Hi, my name is Gloria Ashby, and the first time I laid my eyes on God, I was 23 years old. I was in a two-seater plane at an altitude of 2,000 feet, looking for a runway because we had just run out of gas and the propeller had stopped. I had just graduated with a master in know-it-all to cover up all my inadequacies. I had just broken up with the man I thought I was going to marry. I had just moved to a new city where I knew no one. And I had just taken a job of which I had no passion whatsoever. I felt like that little girl in Sunday school who was asked to write a letter to God. And she wrote, "Dear God, we had a great time in church today. I wish you'd have been there." Where was he at this lowest point of my life? I ached for his presence. My one sliver of hope was that I did have a date from a guy who had just moved here from Philadelphia. He was also learning to be a pilot. He flew visually, and he asked me to go with him for a picnic on a weekend, to fly to Possum Kingdom near Dallas, and to have this picnic and so he could log some hours. So we took off. Now, we didn't know the area very well, neither one. We're flying visually. We missed some markers. We got lost. But we finally got to Possum Kingdom. We had a great picnic. And we started coming back before it got dark, and then we couldn't see our way. And we could see Dallas off in the distance. We knew we were safe. We were near our airport. And just at that moment, the weather changed, and a whole package of cotton ball clouds moved in and covered up the skyline of the city. And we couldn't see where we were going. We couldn't see where the airport was. And remember, we'd run out low on gas on the way up because we got lost, and the gas gauge was starting to move towards empty. Well, we flew and we flew trying to see the city, but we couldn't find it. And we went for about 20 minutes, and finally my pilot said, "You know, we just need to find a place to land." No fooling. We flew for about 5 more minutes, and just as that gas gauge hit E, the clouds parted and thinned, and right there in the middle of a deserted farmland, like in an oasis, was a little bitty strip of cement that had a hangar with a glider next to it. My pilot banked left, came around, headed into to the little strip of cement, and just as we got to there, it said, "Stop." The propeller quit. The gas was gone. He said, "Don't panic. We'll glide." We do. If I just keep the nose up, we can get there. We came down in just as we hit the land. He hit the furrows just perfectly in that farmland. And we stopped 100 feet short of the runway. And God said at that moment in my soul, "Do you see me now, Gloria? Do you see that I parted the clouds just in time? Do you see that I built that hangar there for you just in time? Do you see that just as that gas gauge went on empty, I lowered you down very safely? Did you see that I had that farmer to furrow those fields just the perfect width of those wheels on that airplane? Wow. Did you see me now, Gloria?" I learned a couple of things that day. I learned certainly that life can change on you very, very quickly before you know it. I learned that if I'm not careful to bring God with me in all circumstances, that I can run on E myself. I learned that the clouds can blind my way back home safely for a landing with Him. I learned and I remember John 5:17 that said, "I am always at work. To this very day I am working with you." I learned that God is there in all circumstances that I can lay my eyes on God. I can lay my eyes on Him if first I will just expect Him to always be there. If I will just look for Him. My name is Gloria Ashby. Thank you.